Kid? 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 Hey, hey, hey. I thought I heard you crying down the hallway. Come on, come here, come here, come here. Hmm. Did something happen? You know you shouldn't be up this late, you know. You feeling bad? What are you feeling bad about? You're anxious. Is it the self-doubt again? Yeah, I thought so. I know that's been really beating you up a lot. I'm afraid that's what happens when you get older. And believe me, I'm pretty old, so I know. Not the time for humor, I'm sorry. Okay, what do you need right now? Well, I think I might have an idea that might help, but what do you think? Do you think maybe a full dad hug would help you? Yeah? Okay, come here. There you go. I'm making sure you're okay now. Okay? You don't need to worry. I want you to know that people love you. You know I love you, right? And I want you to know that everyone thinks about these things. I know I did when I was your age. And sometimes I still think about that stuff too. Here, how about this? Why don't we try this? Why don't you get back in bed? Just lie down, okay? Lie down. Isn't that nice? Here, here's your pillow. Yeah. And then here's your blanket. How's that? Yeah? It's okay? Okay, let's try this then. Some affirmations, you know. Do you know what affirmations are? Affirmations are basically some neat little sayings just to know you're loved, know that people care about you. Yeah, I do them too. So hopefully they'll work. Will you try them for me? Will you listen to me? I'm proud of you. Come on. All right, so let's think about these. I think we could do. Let's think about what you're anxious about, okay? Are you anxious about if people like you? Yeah. Well, if you're anxious about that, we can think about people who do like you. So, well, I like you a little bit. Well, not a little bit, but I like you a lot. 'Cause I see you every day, and you make me laugh, and I get to tell you my dad jokes, and I like seeing you smile. Yeah. Hmm. Well, that's one down. What about this? Do you feel anxious about if you're smart? Hmm. Well, let's think then. So, if you're anxious about if you're smart, which I know you're smart, but if you need to know you're smart, why don't you think of a moment that you felt smart and tell me about it? I remember that. I remember that. And I was so proud of you then, too, you know? And I know you work hard, and I want you to know that being smart doesn't mean just being smart in school, okay? Being smart is about learning life, not always just about numbers and letters, okay? And you must know, I'm a writer, you know that, but I'm not a math person, and I don't think I'll ever be. So, you know how it is. Do you feel anxious about how you look, my dear? Oh, my love. I want you to know how beautiful you are. And I know it can be hard to see that you're beautiful. I know. I mean, I'm not the image of beauty myself. I'm just a bull, and you know that. But everyone is beautiful in their own way. And only you can reach that moment where you're comfortable in your own skin. And it's going to take time and convincing yourself. And I know that too. Because I had to go through that myself. Can you believe me when I tell you that you are so handsome and pretty and all of that? Maybe? Is there a specific part of you that you just don't feel works? Well, I promise you that you are beautiful just the way you are, and I will never think otherwise. I love you from the tip of your head to down to your toes and anywhere else, okay? I I love you, kid, and I want you to know that. Alright, I think we're doing pretty well at this, don't you? Maybe? Alright. Well, how about we think of one more? Come on. Can you give me another one? Give me another one? Yeah? Okay. Is there a part of today that made you feel like you weren't worthy of anything? Maybe. Whether it be love or anything like that. Anything? Well, is there a way that we can turn that around? And maybe if you don't feel like you're worthy, why? Why? Can we maybe debunk that as a false truth? Can you turn it around maybe in a positive way? Well, let's just say maybe I'll give you some examples because I know there's been times when I messed up and I beat myself about it all over the head. Like when I spill things on paper that I write on. That's awful. But maybe sometimes you just gotta convince yourself that what you wrote on that page wasn't your best draft and you have to start again. I can be clumsy, you know that. But being clumsy isn't always a bad thing, it just makes you adorable. Or I still think. Is it helping? Well, you're getting tired. Okay. I love you, dear. Why don't we get you back in bed now, okay? Lie down for me. I'm gonna make sure you're nice and comfy. Your blanket, like I said before, and your pillow. I love you a whole bunch, and I want you to know that your dad's here for you anytime, okay? No matter what happens, I will be the first one to rush by your side. And if you have nightmares, or you're worried someone doesn't like you, I will be the first one to fight for you, okay? I'm proud of you for going through this with me. And remember, I love you as a dad. So, good night, my sweet.